Hello everyone, my name is Mandi Lynn. I'm an author, a book cover designer, and the creator of the Book Launch Planner, and today we're going to be talking about an easy way to get more reviews on your book. So specifically, we're talking about how to use the StoryOrigin app to get more book reviews for Amazon and for Goodreads. Now, this is an app you can use before the book is published or after the book is published. It basically takes all the hard work of emailing reviewers out of the equation. It creates a fun dashboard for you so you can view the book, you can view those who applied to read the book, and you can see if they've reviewed it or not. Now, of course, normally you can do all this hard work yourself. You can reach out to reviewers, you can ask them if they'd like to review your book, you can handle emailing people files, and you can handle following up. But basically the whole point of the StoryOrigin app is that you don't have to do any of that. You set it up once, you hit whether or not you want to accept people to review your book, and it does the rest of the work for you. Now, StoryOrigin does more than just book reviews. There's a whole bunch of features that it has, including newsletter swaps, universal book links, and a whole lot more. So be sure to check out the app. I will leave it linked down below. It is a completely free app, so it's definitely something you want to take advantage of as an author. Now, I will say the only downside is that there is no hub of readers that are ready to apply to read your book. You do still have to reach out to reviewers yourself. Now, one of the best ways to do this is just by posting the link to the StoryOrigin page that you create that will allow people to apply to read the book. So this does mean that you have to have an author platform beforehand. Now, of course, I have a ton of videos on how to create an author platform, and I'll have a playlist up in the cards as well as link down below. But if you feel like you are one of the type of people who doesn't really have a platform and doesn't know what to do, you can still use the StoryOrigin app, because if you'd like, you can then reach out to reviewers that you admire. If they have like a book blog, a bookstagram, anything like that, you can send them a link to the StoryOrigin page that you create. So now that you know all that, I am gonna hop over onto StoryOrigin and show you how it works. Alright, so here we are in the StoryOrigin app. We've got a lot of different things that are going on, but as an author, you're going to want to go to your author dashboard, which is right here. So I'm going to click on it, and basically this is everything that is available to you as tools in the StoryOrigin app. There's a lot going on here. You can really explore it, use it to the best of your abilities. But today we're going to be talking about review copies, so you want to access that just by clicking review copies here. So you can see here that I've done review copies for Book Sales That Multiply as well as for She's Not Here. And we're actually going to be talking a lot about She's Not Here today, because if you would like, I am looking to grow my reviews on Amazon for She's Not Here. And you're going to be able to see this in action today, because you will actually be able to sign up for a review copy of She's Not Here, so you can experience it on the reader's end. So stay tuned if you want to learn more about that. But just so you can see what it's like on the back end, I'm gonna show you what Book Sales That Multiply looks like. So I'm just gonna click on View Accepted Applicants, but you can see right now that this book is no longer available to read for review copies. So I'm gonna click View Accepted Applicants. So here we can see everyone that signed up to review the book. I am going to blur out people's names just for privacy purposes, but you can see we would have, like, if you can see the reviewer information, you can see when they signed up as well as when they submitted their review links, and over here we have the actual links. So you can see here some people do an amazing job of actually pasting their review in. They'll paste links to their reviews, and it makes it super helpful to you as an author, because you can then use these reviews for promo purposes. So I'm going to go back to the dashboard here, and I'm going to show you how to create your own review copy. So I'm just going to hit the create review copy, and it's actually pretty simple. Today we're going to be creating a review copy that's available through StoryOrigin, but you can also do an Amazon prepaid book link. I'll be honest, I'm not completely sure how this works. I clicked on it and I tried playing around and it looks a little bit complicated. Like you choose Amazon.com and then you choose these other things. I'm not completely sure how that process works. Like, does it mean if someone pre-ordered the book, are they able to access the ebook instantly for review purposes? I'm assuming that's what this is. I just want to look more into it before I teach you guys about it, because if that's the case, it could be a really awesome tool, because then you could use everyone who pre-ordered the book and they can leave reviews for the book before it even comes out. So that could be a really cool advantage to those who pre-ordered the book as well. So I'm going to X out of this and go back to download through StoryOrigin just to give you guys a little bit insight. This is what it will look like on the front end with this big button request view copy. So I'm just going to keep this in mind as we go through everything. So here you'd put in all the basic info. We have the title of the book, the author profile. You'd want to upload the book cover. You can add some tags here, and that's basically saying what genre the book is. You can add the headline. So this is my headline right here: One Life in Exchange for Thousands, maybe millions. Wouldn't it be worth it? And then we have the subheader. So the subheader is this right here, which is a psychological thriller that will make you question the difference between right and wrong. And then we have the book blurb, which is this whole chunk right here. And I also added in what readers are saying, just to kind of give people the extra oomph that they'll want to hopefully request the copy for review. So here we have, these are just reviews that were on Amazon. A gripping story of love, pain, and loss with divided characters and complicated relationships. And then She's Not Here is full of real-life hospital scenes, but with a morbid twist of an experiment that will leave you shocked and curious to know more. So that's basically your little sales page, and here we have that it's available in Mobi and EPUB, so basically your basic e-readers. So you paste the book blurb here. You can have a Facebook tracking pixel. This is for those of you who are really into Facebook and you know how the tracking pixels work. Again, that's something that's a little more complicated. I personally don't use them, so I'm not going to teach you about them today, but just to let you know that is available. And of course, you can hover over this little question mark if you want to learn more. So this is where you'd actually upload your sample/preview. So basically the way it works is that if someone clicks this request review copy, they can check out the sample right here. So basically if you want, you can upload the first 3 chapters, and you do that right here. You could either do 1 chapter, 3 chapters, whatever suits your fancy. But this is where that is available to them. And then, of course, you want to make sure you upload the completed book, because once you accept someone as a reviewer, they will be sent the complete book profile. So basically, on your dashboard, when there is applicants that need to be accepted, you'll see that on your dashboard here. I don't have any at this current moment, so there aren't any. But just know that you do have to accept people before they are sent the full manuscript. So that's basically all that. And then you have this, has the book already been published? So in my case, I would hit yes, but if your book is not published yet, which is 9 times out of 10 when you'll be using this tool, you hit no, because then you can put in the expected publication date. And the reason why you want to put in the expected publication date is that because on the date of publication, StoryOrigin will actually send an email to all your reviewers reminding them to leave a review on Amazon, on Goodreads, wherever. And that's just really nice because you don't have to worry about it yourself. So this tool is just awesome because it takes all the heavy work out for you. It handles all the emailing, all the organization, stuff like that. So after you would select your publication date, let's just pretend, let's go for Valentine's Day, February 14th. So then you'd say, where do you want your readers to post reviews? So my priorities are always Amazon and Goodreads. I find that 9 times out of 10, people don't really check out these other websites, but if you care, you can go ahead and check out check off all of them. But like I said, my priorities are Amazon, Goodreads. So those are the only ones I'm going to check off. Which platforms are you prioritizing for reviews? So again, Amazon, Goodreads. And you can check off these others as well, but this is just letting your readers know what you are prioritizing so they know where it is best for them to post. So then, of course, you just go ahead and hit create, and basically you're done from there. And like I said, it'll show up on your dashboard, and then from there, you just want to share this page. This is the link you'd want to share with everyone. So then they would come here and they'd hit the request review copy if it sounds interesting. They can check out the sample, and we can see here that they have all these different ways they can check out the sample, whether it be email, a download link, or they can download it directly, and that goes for the Mobi or for the EPUB. And then if they're confused, there are instructions. And of course, here we have the submit your application for the full review copy. And just as an FYI, if you click this link, it'll send you right back here. So that's just making sure people always go to the same spot. So they can check out the sample if they want, or they can not check it out. So here we're going to act as the reader, and we're just going to pretend like, okay, I'm interested in reading She's Not Here. How do I want to leave a review? So if I read She's Not Here, I'd be like, oh, I'll review on Amazon, I'll review on Goodreads, my YouTube channel, and my blog. And then they can just say whether or not they read the sample. Sometimes you as an author, this may affect your ability to request people. Like you may want to only accept people who have read the sample and enjoyed the sample, because you might not like it if someone requested the book but they didn't read it, because that shows they may not be fully interested. And then this is just saying that you understand that the author has access to your stats and different things like that. And then they would just hit the request review copy. And then you just go back to your dashboard. You decide if you want to accept them as a reviewer. And then if you did accept them, they will get an email letting them know that they can download the full book. So that is the basics of StoryOrigin. That should get you started for doing your review copies. If you'd like to see what it's like from a reader's perspective, I actually have She's Not Here available to read for review. So if you guys are interested, like I said earlier, I am trying to build up the reviews on Amazon for She's Not Here. So basically, anyone can apply to read She's Not Here right now for free. And you can do that by visiting the StoryOrigin link below and requesting a review copy. Now, I can't guarantee I'll accept everyone as reviewers for She's Not Here, but I will try to accept as many as possible, and then you'll be able to see the full manuscript, you'll be able to see what the interface is for StoryOrigin and what it's like from a reader's perspective, and you can decide whether or not it's something you want to use for your own books. So all the links I mentioned are down below. If you'd like to see more content that is exclusive content, be sure to join me over on Patreon. The link will be down below, or you can sign up for my email newsletter and you get a bunch of free printables and access to my webinars. And once again, the links are down below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe.